Family, today I'm going to speak about fragrances that I feel takes balls to wear, but in a way where, you know, you're calling good attention. Now, one of these fragrances, I ain't going to lie, is pretty, well, a few are pretty damn crazy, but I'll let you know which ones are really, really crazy. But for the most part, these are daring, these are somewhat challenging, but if your nose is more developed and you want something different, these fragrances might be for you. And like I said, you just gotta have balls to put them on. They do work. One is definitely crazy for sure. Two, maybe three. Well, let's go with the show. So family, look. Today we're going to be speaking about a fragrance from Amouage. Now, the reason why I put this fragrance on the list is because of the incense note. The incense note here is very demanding, forefront, and can be challenging. And in the beginning, maybe a fragrance you might not like. But raw tobacco is a stunning fragrance, guys. Of course, sample, because this is a unique tobacco fragrance. I will tell you that. And if you don't like the note of incense, it could be not something for you. But for me, it took a little time to get used to, but absolutely love the fragrance. You know, raw tobacco from Amouage. Another fragrance from Amouage, which is daring, has a cumin note, but it also has, I believe it be rum or cognac. And it's from, again, like I said, the House of Amouage, and this is Overture Man. So Overture Man to me is a stunning, I would like to call it a masterpiece, but can't do it just quite yet. But you're gonna get this cumin note. It is a little BO, not too much. It's got to suit your style. You got to be a person that looks good, dressed good, in shape. I think these things will work when you have a fragrance like this. But I believe once it starts to dry down, you know, the real action of this rum and cumin, I mean, this cognac and cumin note really do well. It's not what people think. This has a lot more notes to it. An amazing scent, guys. Definitely get your nose on it. But again, you gotta have balls to wear these fragrances. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was thinking of a fragrance to bring up that requires you to have some cojones. From the House of Unique Luxury, and it is called Coute. So Coute is not for the average person. This is a serious whiskey note accord in here. Yeah, it has, you know, honey, I think, or tobacco, or everything else. But trust me, this smells like whiskey in a cup with ice. If you can work with whiskey in a cup with ice, if that smells good to you, then this is going to smell amazing. And you're going to get compliments. It's a real attractive smell. I ain't going to lie to you guys. This is like the company's name. It is unique. You know, so definitely a banger, guys. Coute. But you gotta like the note of whiskey, and you gotta have some balls to wear this fragrance. Oh man, I could have put some more fragrances here, but I wanted to put some that, like this next one coming up. I wouldn't say this is so daring, but for the House of Parfum de Marly, I would say this is very different. And this is called, I think is Carlisle. Not Car. I'm bugging. No. Guys, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. The name wasn't in front. Cologne from Parfum de Marly. So this fragrance, the reason why I put it here, this is for somebody who just wants to try. 1 second again. Sorry, guys. We back. This is for somebody who wants to try a fragrance that is, to me, I feel sexy. But the daring part of it, it has this dusty accord in it. And if the note of red, when you picked up a crayon, that smell of red, it's kind of what you know I get here. Very manly, very I would say if you want to get into this, you know, daring fragrances, this may be the starter, the beginner of that situation. Because it's still, to me, a sexy fragrance. Is more it's not playful like that, but it's a lot more, you know, this is Parfum de Marly. They do things to be more enjoyable to the masses. So, but that dustiness will change the direction where it's not so pleasant like every other Parfum de Marly. So if you want something a little daring, just stepping into that realm, Cologne from Parfum de Marly. I had to check the name again. This thing snaps on so hard. This would be the beginner guy. Like if you just want to start this and see if you like these type of fragrances, that'll be a beginner buy. And you could probably get it for under 200 bucks. Shop well. Another fragrance. You know what's funny? I've noticed while I'm heating up, I got some more lighting, so it hitting me. But anyway, another fragrance that I would say you have to have a lot of balls to wear this fragrance, guys. You got to have some serious balls. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. From Serge Lutens, this is called Ambre Sultan. And the best way I try to explain this to people is it's like a burning farm. Like you come out of your house and the farm is on fire with hay in it. And that's the opening. And if you can get past that, I would say as an amber fragrance, this might be like top 3 sexiest amber fragrances. Like this amber is really sexy in the dry down. I won't lie to you. I find it to be extremely sexy in the dry down. The opening is crazy as oh hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. The opening is, that's why I say you have to have some balls to put this one on, because that opening is cuckoo bird crazy. But we're into fragrances for the dry down. It does last long. It does smell good on clothes, and when I realized how good this smells on clothes, I was just shocked. This dry down is one of the best. But the opening, it's like a bat running out of hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. Another fragrance that I put on the list that I would say, okay, it has vanilla. And it has this, since I'm not seeing the notes, sorry guys. Since I'm not seeing the notes, it has vanilla, it has something else. I forgot, not quite. I don't want to pull out notes and look at everything. It's from Javoy. Let me show you the bottle. From Javoy. And it's called Remember Me. So Remember Me is not a basic vanilla. This has some type of different facets where it's, I don't want to say the word, oh, it has a bite, because you can use that terminology, but I would say, because the notes are in front of me, and I forgot the other accords that are in here, fragrance accords. But this does have something, maybe like a milky tea or something in that, something latonic that, you know, give this vanilla a different twist. Like when I smell Ani and I smell this one, yeah, Ani's super sexy, but this one is super daring. What I mean, super daring as a vanilla. It's not so simple. It's not so straightforward vanilla. So if you like a vanilla but done different, I would say pick up Remember Me. Because it's definitely a fragrance that you'll be remembered by. So pick it up, guys. You may truly enjoy it. Now, I have some Chanel's over here, guys. You know, pardon me, guys. You know, extra lights, extra lights. I got some Chanel's here. I just sprayed one of these. Sycamore. From Chanel, the exclusive line. Guys, look. Yes, it's a green fragrance. It's a vetiver fragrance. It is a sexy fragrance, sexy vetiver fragrance, a manly fragrance. If you have a girl that likes manly fragrances, you got to put on Sycamore. This vetiver is good with the aldehydes. Can't beat it, guys. Cannot beat it. Remember, Sycamore from the House of Chanel. Another fragrance from the House of Chanel. And this is called, I wanted to put this here. It's called Leon. This is an amber fragrance that, how can I explain this? It's not as bad as Ambre Sultan, the opening, but it is challenging. It's not so just oh look, sweet, like peaches and creams. This is a lot more different than that. This has edges, and this has roughness to this amber. It's like, I would say, what I would get off this fragrance is if there was a lion in front of me, his mane would be burning off the heat like this fragrance, like this amber is. Like Leon, that's the name, right? That's what I'm trying to reiterate. So if you were next to a lion in the burning heat, this is kind of what you would smell. It's a challenging fragrance, great dry down. Is it better than Ambre Sultan? I gotta wear it. I think Ambre Sultan, the dry down is a little better than Leon, but Leon may be a more refined, because the opening in that Ambre Sultan is worse than this one. But if you want something a little more tamed, a little more refined, but very sexy, Leon from Chanel. You got to try this fragrance out, guys. Another fragrance from Javoy. I just wanted to put two here from Javoy. This is called Lex Jux Scent Faints. I don't know how to say that, guys. House of Javoy. So if I'm not incorrect, this could have leather and dry fruits. Man. This is such a bold, daring fragrance. You know, I love these type of fragrances. I have a bunch in my collection. I just don't like the sexy, because I feel like if you know how to take care of yourself, these fragrances you can wear. And if you have a woman, she'll like you because you have different styles. This is not your typical oud of greatness. This is very manly, bold, you know, big balls fragrances, guys. You know, so I wanted to put that out there for you guys. So this fragrance right here is one of those fragrances. Dry fruits, leather. I don't know if it has some alcohol in here. I'm not quite sure. But dry fruits and leather for sure. Oh, what a sexy fragrance. But extremely daring. Not for everybody. I feel like there's some type of alcohol in here, but I could be very wrong. It could be that very sexy leather accord with the dry fruits that give it that feel. Oh, man, yo, an amazing fragrance, but challenging and daring for sure. Like Jux Saint Faints, whatever that means. Now, I left the craziest one for last, and here's what I would say. If you really, really like this fragrance, okay? If you really like this fragrance, and you say, I want something more daring, more challenging in an amber style, well, from the House of Kajal, and the name should say it all. It says Warwick, right? So this thing is saying war. Forget the ER. Just right there, war. That's what this is. This amber in here, it feels like you're in the pit of a lava. And this is beaming off of you. I never broke it down because it's crazy as hell to me. I mean, you gotta have some fucking balls to put this off. I wear this in the cold in New York because it gets really cold out here. But this is you gotta have big balls, man, to put this fragrance on. This fragrance is not for the faint of hearts. My nose is shot from the other fragrance, the dry fruits and the leather. But this amber, if you're looking for a crazier version of Overture Man, not the same notes, doesn't smell the same. I'm saying you want something more crazy. And with an amber, this amber is an amber note in here that's insane, whatever's going on in here. From Kajar, Warwick. And this fragrance, like I said, out of this whole list, and there's some crazy shit on this list. Sorry for cursing. There really is. Some are not. Majority of this stuff is crazy. And if I'm telling you this is the absolute cuckoo bird, and on this list, this is one of the most cuckoo bird things in my collection. Family, hope you like today's fragrances on. You gotta have big balls to put these on. Let me just show you to you guys so you can see. Now, family, you know how we do here. We praise to the Most High. We stay fly. Health is wealth. Stay looking young. No bags under the eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. And I'm out, family. Peace.